We are at Traditions of Hanover, and I'm here with Jennifer Murphy. She is the marketing director, and thank you, Jennifer, for taking a minute to be with us. Let's talk about Traditions of Hanover. A lot of people are familiar with the name, and tell us a bit about Traditions and what goes on here.
Sure. We are an active, vibrant, caring, independent living community here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and we are apartment-style living, offering 3 different styles of apartments here: studio, 1-bedroom, and 2-bedroom.
It's been around for a while, hasn't it? A little bit about the history, maybe?
Yes, it has been around for 10 years. Since 2005, we opened our doors, and we were really the first independent living community on the scene in the Lehigh Valley. So it's been a joy to educate the community about the difference between independent living versus personal care, and it's just been a fun ride for our residents to come and experience the vibrancy of this community.
One of the nice things about it, when you walk in, it's so friendly. And even from the point of being greeted at the door all the way through, it is a relaxed home atmosphere, isn't it?
Absolutely. In fact, you just said basically what we poll. Anybody that comes to tour Traditions of Hanover, the 2 things that they say: it's friendly, and it's one of the nicest communities that they tour.
Yeah, I can tell just talking to the residents how they all interact together. It's just a community within a community. Let's talk about where it's located. Give us a little idea of how to get here.
Sure, we're conveniently located off of routes 22 and 512, located right behind Wegmans. I like to tell families that that is a selling feature for our residents. They can walk over there, gather any groceries that they need, and come back to our community.
So let's talk a little bit about what people should know. Obviously, if we all know people that are of senior age and perhaps are looking for a community to become a part of, what should we tell people about what is happening here? The rooms are very nice. Describe them a little bit. Tell us a little bit.
Sure. Our rooms, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom studio, they're very roomy. And it allows the resident to bring their own belongings here that are important to them, their prized treasures, and make it their own. It's not stale, it's very homey, comfortable, and it's...
We have different size rooms, right?
We do have 3 different size apartments here.
So they get to choose the size they'd like to move into.
Yes, yes. And the other thing I wanted to mention is we're month to month without any long-term leases or buy-ins here at Tradition. So that makes us kind of unique.
Boy, that's very unique. And I noticed as we were walking around all the way from exercising to card playing, just tell us some of the events that go on here.
Sure. We do bingo, of course. There are puzzles that the residents do, both cognitive puzzles and as well as actual puzzles, jigsaw puzzles that they put together, yes. And there are day trip events to Lancaster, to Peddler's Village. We also go to the movies and to...
I also saw bridge playing.
Yes, bridge playing, pinochle, poker. Yeah, gotta have poker, pool, okay. Movie nights, and also just trips out to local restaurants, shopping, malls.
It always amazes me because it's kind of like valet service to everywhere, and it's a great, just a great opportunity to do with other people you know and like, and that's what the relationships are about.
Absolutely. I'd like to describe it as the cruise ship that is docked right in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Doesn't go anywhere, but the food is wonderful, fresh fruit, fresh salad. The meals are wonderful here, in addition to all the social engagements and activities. We like to keep our residents on the move. We don't want them bored. We want them enjoying however many years they have here.
So, in a final word, what do we want to leave people thinking about? When they're thinking about Traditions of Hanover, what their next step might be, what should they think?
I would like them to think that now is a good time to shop around and find the right choice in a senior living community that's right for you. We are active, we are vibrant. Don't wait until a crisis situation happens. We want you to come, enjoy, get on our list to come into this community. It's a 5-star community, and I want you to come and see why Traditions is the place seniors are calling home.
Everyone wants to look their best on their wedding day, and at Body by Sage, we can help you lose 3 to 5 inches or more in minutes. When you're out of time and need to fit nicely into that gown or tux, just use our laser lipo for 10 minutes and you'll look great and feel great for all those wonderful pictures that last a lifetime. Call today for complete details.
On this segment, we are at Bethany United Methodist Church, and I'm here with Scotty Coyle. And Scotty, thank you for taking a minute to be with us. Tell us a bit about what you do here. What is your job description, so to speak?
Well, I'm the outreach director, and so a big part of what I do is try to get the church out into the community and then get the community back into the church. Let people know about all the great things we've got going on here and support any evangelism efforts we might have.
Well, a lot is going on. And let's talk a little bit about how Bethany has been changing lives, because it's in a growth, it's an exciting place. Comment on that.
Well, the number one way that Bethany's changing lives is people are being led to Christ all the time. If you ever come to a service here, the pastors are amazing, and every sermon is just filled with Scripture. So God's Word's being lifted up. Also, another thing that you'll notice about this church is it's very focused on the least of these, where, Christ said, if you fed me, if you visited me, if you gave me a drink. We have so many programs here where we reach out to the community, we try to take care of others, we try to build others up.
So what's new that's happening for the growth of the church?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is we are building a new sanctuary. This sanctuary has been 10 years of effort and prayers. It's really been a need since some of our services are really at capacity. We have so many programs that sometimes we don't have enough room to do our programs or the scope that we want them to do them in. So we're building the new facility down on Buckeye and Brookside Road.
So let's talk about some of the things that are making an impact here at the church.
Well, one of the great ways that a church can make an impact is to have an event that's not just for the church family, but it's also for the community. And we have so many great events like that. Like we do a VBS where it's at no cost, and we invited the community in. We get over 500 kids coming to that. We even did like a parent spa, so there's even something for the parents. So while their kids are at VBS, we have all these free vendors come in that put up a spa atmosphere for the parents. We really want to love on them. We do an Easter egg hunt. We do a phenomenal trunk or treat. Just so many programs where our church community blends so well with the greater community, and they can get to know us, and you don't have to be a member. We just want to reach out to them and love on them.
And when it comes to any kind of schooling here, preschool?
I think part of the thing that makes Bethany such a great impact is there's something for the family all the way through. We have our own preschool here, and it is an excellent preschool. We're part of the school choice program, which celebrates quality private school education. And we have a preschool for the really young kids, and then we have an Awana program for the a little bit older, and then we have a solid and awesome youth program with lots of sports and lots of events all through the summer for them. We just started a wonderful Bridge ministry. Bridge is for young adults, so for college and young business professionals. A ministry and a group of people focused just for them that carries them through. And then, of course, we're very focused on families and adults with all our small groups. And then we also have something, so now you're at that point in life where things maybe get a little tough. We have wonderful programs like divorce care, Celebrate Recovery, so many support programs. So through all phases of life, good and bad, there's something here for everyone, and that's making an impact in families in the Lehigh Valley.
We are now joined by Ken Hoover, the worship director here at the church. And Ken, thanks for taking a second to be with us. We've heard a lot of great things about the ministry you do here, and I know you work with a lot of great people, but let's talk about it. What does the new campus mean for what you're doing, and how the worship part of it all plays together?
We are so excited for this new campus because it's an opportunity for us to have a new palette to paint on. We do 5 worship services in this facility, and this facility was designed. It's a wonderful facility, but it wasn't designed for the full extent of what we're doing. We put on musicals and productions. We really have to be creative on how to pull these things off. And the new facility gives us just more options, more opportunities to grow the production. Our choir loft seats 60 people, and I've had to limit our choir to just 60.
You probably have tons of people want to get in, right?
I'd love to see that expand. I'd love to see more people up on the platform, and so we're excited for that. The other thing that I think of when I talk about worship ministry and the possibilities that we have for down the road, we have watched people drive into our parking lot on a Sunday morning, and they drive around looking for that space. They cannot find it, and they drive off, and that just breaks our heart because we want them to come in. We want them to have a seat. We want them to have a space in the lot. This new site's going to provide us more parking, more seating for our services, and we're really excited about that.
Well, what a great problem to have, that you are doing something that is being blessed when people are coming, and now you need more room for them to come so you can bless more people. In a final word, really, in what we're talking about when it comes to worship, if somebody's watching this and maybe they've always dreamed or felt in their heart they'd like to be part of a worship team. How does that play into all this? I mean, can someone just show up and say, hey, can I try out? Or how do I get in? I've been praying about this.
My philosophy for worship ministry is music is for the heart, not the art. And, we want to have some art in there, so we work really hard to be the best that we can. But the biggest thing is the condition of the heart. And we spend just as much time in Bible study with our musicians as we do in rehearsal. You have to have a basic level of talent there, but at the same time, we want to know your heart, and we just want to all serve Jesus and bring glory to Him.
What would you like to leave people thinking about when they're thinking about the whole church as a whole and also the worship part?
We've adopted a slogan with this building campaign that we did. It's way more than a building, and that really is our heart. It's not about bricks and mortar. It's about transformed lives for Jesus Christ. We want people to come in, and we don't want them to see us. We want them to see Jesus Christ through everything that we do, through the worship, through all of our ministries, and everything that we're doing.
At Esagentis Plumbing, we have a team of expert technicians with extensive training and experience in plumbing, sewer, and drain cleaning. We use the latest technology to identify and repair any plumbing problem efficiently. At Esagentis Plumbing, we stand behind the quality of our work with the best warranties. So when you're in need of a plumber, call Esagentis Plumbing, your friend right here in the Lehigh Valley. On this segment, we're going to learn all about Oriental rugs, and we're here at Ward's Oriental Rugs. And could you start out? I'm here with Gary and Kevin, and could you guys start out? Just tell us where you're located, and because when I walked in here, it's a fascinating place, and I'll bet there's people who drive by and sometimes miss it, but you have a great location. So tell us about what you do and where you're located.
Yeah, thanks, Art. The name of our company is Ward's Oriental Rug Service and Gallery. And we're basically nestled on the banks of the Jordan River here in downtown Allentown. The address is 333 West Union Street, near the Parkettes Gymnastics Center, but pretty much Center City, Allentown. And the main thrust of our business, Art, is cleaning, repairs, restorations, and sales of Oriental carpets. My son and I are both certified appraisers. Again, we do cleaning of Oriental carpets. We do area carpets, and we have close to 1,000 pieces in our inventory for sale.
We're looking forward to showing some of those. About how long have you guys been in business?
Well, professionally, we have been in our location here operating for 10 years, although prior to myself coming into the picture, my father and my grandfather have been collectors and aficionados for almost 40 years.
Yeah, you got quite a reputation going there because, and these rugs are really unique. I mean, what kind of rugs do you handle? What is it?
Well, Art, what we have tried to do here at Ward's is handle mostly higher-end, hand-knotted specialty pieces. We don't want to have the same rugs that you would find in a department store. So we have mostly like Persian pieces. We have pieces from the Caucasus. We have pieces from India, Pakistan, and China. But again, it's mostly going to be hand-knotted rather than machine-made carpets that you'd find in some other carpet stores in the valley.
Well, you have a really large inventory, and I really encourage people to get out here, but how does someone actually select or find the, the piece they're looking for?
Well, that's basically where I come in, Art. We work on a regular basis with design communities. So every day I'm hearing designers talking about what the hot new colors are, what size a rug should be for a specific room. So after many years of working with them, I've been able to develop a good eye, and we're also happy to go to customers' homes, measure out their spaces, look at the colors they have in their home, and then we can basically hold their hand and walk them through the purchasing process to find that perfect rug.
That's pretty neat. And like, where do you guys get all the rugs? I mean, when you walk through here, I bet every rug has a history. So how do you come across these wonderful rugs?
Well, you know, it's funny, Art, that you say that, because each of the pieces in our store is really a one-off. So each one does have a history, each one does have a story, some of which go back well over 100 years, since we specialize in antique carpets. Now, with respect to where we get these pieces, boy, we get them wherever we can. Hand-knotted carpets are getting harder and harder to come by these days. Obviously, there's a lot of turmoil in the Middle East where most of these pieces come from. So the supply is nowhere near what the demand is today, particularly with Persian rugs. September of 2010, there's an embargo on Persian rugs right now. So the carpets that are in the U.S. right now, the Persian rugs, are the only ones allowed to come into the U.S. And that's not only the United States, it's the EU, it's Canada, it's Mexico. So you cannot get any other Persian carpets into the U.S. other than the ones that are currently here. We're fortunate to have hundreds and hundreds of beautiful Persian rugs here. Again, anything from a 1-by-1 little square up to palace-sized carpets. So
that's amazing. Now, you did mention service, and does that mean you repair and clean rugs as well?
Yes, absolutely. We basically consider ourselves the Lehigh Valley's only full-service rug shop. And by full service, we can repair your machine-made carpets, we can repair your hand-knotted carpets. We have 2 master weavers, and myself, who is an apprenticing weaver. We can basically do anything you can imagine to an Oriental carpet, from cleaning them to taking them apart to putting them back together again.
Well, that's amazing. You know, if someone has a rug that they're maybe they don't need it anymore, can you help them with that?
Yeah, actually, we do buy some carpets from people if we think it's a saleable piece and it's a piece that actually fits in with the character of our store. And if it doesn't, Art, there are some other ways to liquidate carpets that we're always glad to assist people with doing. So, and that could include auctions, it could include Craigslist, but what we do is, again, assist people with sizing the carpet up, telling them exactly what they have, and then suggesting a price that they could put on, for example, if you do a Craigslist.
And can you resize a carpet if somebody has one and they have a new size room now, they moved or something like that?
We absolutely can. Again, does not matter whether it's a handmade or a machine-made. We can remove borders and make carpets smaller. We do it all the time when people are downsizing or just moving into a new home. They don't want to give up that beautiful rug that they've loved for so many years, so by taking a foot off of the ends or a foot off of the sides, we can make it a very usable rug for them.
Oh, we're running out of time, but what's your hours of operation? When can people find you here?
Well, actually, our hours of operation are almost 7 by 24 because I'm available anytime anybody calls. But our gallery and our cleaning facility is open 6 days a week. Monday through Friday, we're open from 8:30 to 5, and then on Saturdays, we're here from 10 to 4. But again, if anybody calls after those hours, we always answer our phone, and we're available basically 7 by 24 for our customers.
So in a final word, what do we leave people thinking about when they're thinking about Ward's Oriental rugs?
Well, we would like everyone to leave with the thought that our business was built on the same morals that you build a family on, because small family business, we're owner-operator. We live rugs every day. We're just immersed in the culture, and we're here to help customers in whatever rug needs they have.
Are you a bodybuilder looking to firm up fast and be on the cutting edge for your next show? Or get ripped quickly and lose 3 to 5 inches or more with each 10-minute treatment at Body by Sage? This amazing laser lipo, as seen on Rachel Ray, will kickstart your workout and get you the results you want quickly and painlessly and put you on the top of your workout schedule. Body by Sage, located in Bethlehem, has gift certificates available now. Give us a call or visit us online today.
We've now been joined by Rust and Anawalt law offices, and I'm joined both with Tom and Bob Rust here. And Bob, I don't know who wants to talk first, but tell us give us an overview of the law firm, because you are located generally in the Lehigh Valley and Reading area or Berks area.
Well, let me talk about the Lehigh Valley and let Tom pick up on the Berks. First, how we came together. We met over a municipal land dispute here in the Lehigh County a number of years ago. We're part of a legal team that represented concerned citizens. In April of this year, Tom and I joined together to form Rust and Anawalt law offices. And as it relates to Berks County, I'll turn it over to Tom.
I practiced for 28 years in the Lehigh Valley, in Lehigh and Northampton counties. I was born in Northampton County and was a solicitor for the city of Allentown and the borough of Emmaus, so I had deep roots in the Lehigh Valley. I essentially relocated to Berks County, where I reside now, in order to facilitate a family arrangement where my wife, who is the director of the Pathway Center for Grief and Loss in Lancaster, can also commute to work.
Well, I think it's a benefit to everyone listening to this, because together what you guys offer as a firm is really a lot of different areas of focus. So maybe you want to hit on some of those areas, and then Tom can talk about his.
Sure. We have been, an area of focus for us has been, for a long time, working with the owners of privately held businesses to protect their interest, and also in the area of estate planning and estate administration. And part of that that comes out of both of those is real estate transactions. And as I mentioned earlier, Tom and I both have been involved in municipal law. Those areas are areas that Tom's worked in as well, but he brings in a whole new dimension to the law firm because of his areas of practice over the last 35 years.
Yeah, we can hit on those areas a little.
Sure. I do some commercial real estate, and residential real estate. I've been a registered title agent for the last 25 years. We do commercial litigation involving matters of employment and contract dispute, as well as protecting families. I do a considerable amount of family law and everything that's related to that. PFA, support, custody, divorce.
All the above. In relationship to the other members of the firm, you do hit other areas. You want to mention those?
Yes, Bob Van Duzer, who has been a licensed CPA, licensed certified financial planner, is currently licensed as a paralegal and has his Juris Doctorate, handles estate administration for us. Richard Schaefer, who has a rich background in both business but also in the law, represents our clients in a number of areas, including some areas of litigation. An area that we're currently exploring that Richard is in charge of is representing people who have been charged with DUI. But Richard has represented businesses too in areas of dispute, but he's also joined with me in working with business owners to avoid dispute and avoid have to go to court.
So drawing up agreements for business people, things like that.
Yes, yes.
So in wrapping it up, what do we want to leave people thinking about when they're thinking about the Rust and Anawalt great connection here, the whole law firm that's now available to the, I guess, Berks area, Lehigh Valley area. You have an office in both places. Let's wrap it up. Tom, what do you want to leave people thinking?
I think that what we would like to leave with people is the fact that we do have a personal effect in touching clients in a way. We'll make arrangements to meet clients in their home, which is a way to rethink the delivery of legal services that I don't think any law firm is capable of doing right now.
And a final word, Bob.
We would welcome clients from the particularly Eastern Berks County area to make contact with Tom. And to anyone who's interested in being represented, the way to, I think, to remember us is that we're there for you when you need us.
S. Agentis Plumbing offers superior service and innovative technology for residential and commercial plumbing in Easton, Allentown, and the surrounding areas. Including Delta's new Touch 2, the innovative technology enables you to turn on your water by tapping anywhere on the handle or spout. So even if you have messy hands, you can get the water turned on. Call us today for all your plumbing needs.
On this segment, we're joined by Michelle from Mayday Mentoring. And Michelle, thanks for being with us. Tell us a little about Mayday Mentoring, what you do, and how you help both businesses and individuals.
Hi, Art. Mayday Mentoring provides stress management for business and personal growth.
That's important to all businesses and especially individuals, because everyone needs some of that. So tell us a little bit about how you do that, because I know you use something called biofeedback.
Yes, we use a system called quantum biofeedback. We bring the person in and we run a stress assessment test, and when the test is complete, we then see what's out of range, put it back in balance, and then we also use different techniques that include how you think. We encourage you to create a connection between the mind, body, and soul.
That's very interesting. So what are some of the typical things that you treat?
Fear, depression, anxiety, anger, allergies, sleep disturbances.
Wow, that's a lot. And I think there's a lot of people that can benefit from what you do. So what's a typical treatment? Somebody needs a treatment. Walk us through it.
Okay, well, a typical treatment would last about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. The client comes to our office, they sit in a chair, they're hooked up to a head harness, and wrist and ankle sensors. We run the test, and then we treat them from there. During the treatment, as I'm feeding the frequency back to the client, we're also talking the mind-body-soul connection.
How long or how often do they get treated?
Every person is different. Every person's body, the way they process the treatments is different. So sometimes people come once a week, sometimes they come once a month, sometimes they come once every 3 months. It all depends on what they're trying to accomplish, how fast they want to accomplish the changes in their life. There's a variety.
One of the things that I found fascinating was that everyone I've spoken to, and we have some of the testimonials, that they just know that it's helped. They know it's changed them. That must make you feel very satisfied when you know that you're actually helping people for real.
Absolutely. Oh, this is my dream job. I was born to do this. Yes.
So what are we leaving out? What do we want to leave? What do people need to know more about this? If someone's watching this and they have a particular area, maybe they heard you say sleep disorder, and they say, well, I don't sleep well, or I do have fear, apprehension, things like that. What's their next step?
To give me a call so we can discuss what their issues are, to see if there is a fit between what their needs are and what we can do for them.
And so when they come in, obviously you do the treatment, and how long before maybe they see results or feel results?
Well, they'll feel the results right away. They might not recognize the results right away. I will check in with them the day after they have the session, and then maybe 3 days after they have the session. And as we discuss what they're feeling and what they're thinking, that's when they really start to notice, oh, there is a big difference from the time I went in till now.
And from a healthy perspective, this whole treatment helps in the overall health, doesn't it?
Absolutely, because when the body is less stressed, it can heal itself.
Absolutely. So what have we left out, or what do we want to wrap this up with? What do we want to leave people thinking about?
I would like to leave people thinking about the mind-body-soul connection and giving us a call and just talking to us to see if this is a fit, if this will work for them.
Yes, dear. Yeah, I can check that for you. Just hold on a second. I got my notepad right here in front of me. Yes, he's not in the cage. He's out running around, but the alarm system is set to stay.
Let the Home Connect team from Altronic Security put the power of affordable home control in your hand.
With our new app for smartphones and tablets, you're in total control of monitoring your home, dimming your lights, adjusting your thermostat, even locking or unlocking your doors, all from wherever you are. Let Altronic Security take care of your home so you can take care of what matters the most.